Hi Starlight. I figured we would start today's video by breathing. We're going to take 3 deep breaths, and when you breathe in, make sure your stomach is inflating, and breathe out and push out the air. So if it helps to place a hand on your stomach, you can do that, but think of it like you're breathing in positivity and good vibes, and you're breathing out all the crap, right? So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the first breath. Thanks for breathing with me, I appreciate it. So, as always, sending an intention for this video, and I'm gonna be authentic and honest in that I struggled with what to talk about in this video. This video is probably going to be more ad-libbing than anything else. I don't have a script. Well, I usually don't, but I have like a theme, and I really struggled to think of what to bring in to today's video. So I'm just going to, it's not very lit, I'm so sorry. I'm just going to set the intention for safety of yourself, of your loved ones, and we're gonna go from there. So that's gonna be the intention. So, I'm American. I live in America. And if you are an American and or live in America, it has been an interesting past 48 hours. And this is where I kind of even lose the words to say what I'm feeling. I think for many of us, there's fear and sadness and grief. A lot of grief, which is valid and normal. And it almost feels like dystopian in nature how things are right now and how they're playing out in America. As a mental health therapist, my job is to provide a space for other people to be their authentic self while they process through things that are going on, traumas, current stuff, while they come to conclusions about themselves, about their past. I feel blessed to have a job where I give people the space to once again be themselves and see their transformation and their journeys. With that, I like to work with those communities who do struggle to have a voice. So the people of color, the people who identify with the 2S LGBTQIA plus community, people who are chronically ill and therefore may also be disabled as a result, the communities that are going to be affected by this current presidential term. And it's already happening. And as a therapist this week, I've done my best to still hold space for others while holding space for myself. And it can be difficult at times. So it's still recognizing that I'm a human too. Which is why I always say it in my introduction, which I did not do this video, but we're gonna roll with it. That I'm a human first before being a therapist. I have human feelings and human reactions, and you know, I once again picked this job because I felt a calling to it, but it doesn't make me perfect. I'm flawed, right? Like humans are. So as a mental health therapist, I feel it is my duty to continue to hold space for these communities and advocate for these communities, especially in times like this. And I'm gonna do my damn best to do so while holding space for myself. Things are definitely gonna look different, possibly. But part of this whole situation is utilizing a strength-based perspective of what's in my control, what can I do? And I want to make sure to focus in on that during this time. My concern as a person and a therapist is the amount of suicide that may go up, the amount of, once again, people in mental distress. This is affecting a lot of people, a lot of communities. And all I can do is, once again, my due diligence and telling people that they matter and that you are loved. And that the government can't tell you otherwise, that you don't matter, because you do, even if it doesn't feel that way. I never understood why prejudice and hate are so loud. I never understood why we couldn't just let people be and just love, when love is the greatest force of them all, right? We as spiritual beings are literally the embodiment of love in a physical form. And yet, it's not always the case, right? And I think part of it with America is that we live in such a collectivistic, or I apologize, we live in such an individualistic culture that sometimes we are in our own little box and we struggle to see outside the box about how things affect other people outside of ourselves. And I think that's a large part of why we ended up here. As a Black, chronically ill woman, I'm scared. I have ACA health insurance. I, once again, am Black and queer, and these parts of my identity that people hate for no reason besides, once again, fear and prejudice and misunderstanding. I want to believe that we'll make it out on the other side, that things will be okay. So it's okay to not feel okay right now. So it's okay to feel a little bit hopeless right now. But we can't sit in that, because then nothing will get done. I will do, once again, my part as much as I can. I think more than ever right now, it's important to lean on community, self-care, being knowledgeable, keeping yourself informed to a degree, and mindfulness, and trying to be present with everything. Those are going to be the primary pillars for the next few years. So, once again, this is a little bit of a different video, and I'm a little bit all over the place, but I guess I wanted to show up here as a human being and to say that, you know, you're not alone in how you feel, and that once again you are loved and important. And please stick around, but also do what you have to do, whether it's leave America for the time being or what have you. But don't let people, the government, tell you you're not important. So I'm here. Always feel free to post a comment in the video. And, you know, if you want more videos about self-care and how to navigate tough times, feel free to subscribe. But it's not about that, really. It's about just reaching out and letting people know that, you know, you do matter, and building community. My heart is with you. And we're gonna do what we can. Till the next video, Starlight.